Hi, this is Carol Zelkin, the Executive Director of the IMCCA. The IMCCA has been the nonprofit organization supporting the collaborative conferencing industry for more than 20 years. During the current pandemic, we are committed to providing support and guidance for the UCC industry and the many thousands of people who find themselves working remotely for the very first time. We believe it is essential to provide that support in any way we can. Allow me to introduce IMCCA member Logitech and our Director of Emerging Technologies, David Danto.
Thanks very much, Carol. I'm joined by my friend Scott Wharton. Scott, why don't you tell everybody what Logitech does in the industry and what you do there?
Sure. Well, I'm Scott Wharton. I'm the general manager of our video collaboration business. That includes conference room systems with video, as well as personal solutions like webcams and headsets. And Logitech's about a $3 billion company. I think most people know us for mice and keyboards and gaming equipment and music equipment. I'm running the video conferencing group, and we've been doing it for a long time out of webcams, but I think more in the recent years, we've been doing a lot of conference room systems.
Great. Thanks very much for joining us. I know that Logitech's been deeply involved in supporting people doing distance learning and remote communication during the pandemic. Can you let us know a little bit about what your group's been doing to support your customers and the general public during the crisis?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, just as you know, David, we've been involved in helping people work from home for a long time. So providing solutions not only in conference rooms, but things like I'm using now, webcams and headsets and mice and keyboards and other things that people need that are critical business tools for working at home. The other thing we've been doing is a couple things just to help philanthropically. So one of the things we did is we did an offer for teachers in the U.S. where we were giving them free headsets and webcams. And I was joking, like toilet paper and hand sanitizer, all good things that run out quickly. So we were oversubscribed within 24 hours, even though we had a pretty generous amount of gear. So pretty happy to support teachers around the world as they're trying to figure out how to navigate in this new world of teaching kids remotely. We've also got a bunch of places where we're donating equipment, video equipment, to hospitals and healthcare workers that are helping people out. So, for example, we were one of the first companies that donated stuff in the Wuhan hospitals as they were building them, giving them video equipment there. And I've just seen a bunch of videos in the last few days of people using our products to help patients. As an example, we donated some of our Meetup products where there's some patients who, basically the people who are at home, they couldn't see their loved ones before they passed away. So giving them an opportunity to see them in their last moments, as well as having the patient, the nurses and the doctors be able to check in on them without always having to be exposed to the coronavirus. So some of the things that we're doing, trying to do our part like everyone else to help out.
Those are, it's a very difficult and compassionate time, and we're all trying to step up and do what we can. So we certainly appreciate what your organization is doing and how this entire model that we've been, you and I are old hats at this. We've been, working from home and dealing with remote video for, 20 years at this point now. Do you have any advice you want to give to people that find themselves thrust into this environment for the first time, working from home, sitting in front of a webcam or a system, and how you think people can help use the technology better or have their day managed better if they're not familiar with it?
Yeah, I mean, one piece of advice, just focus on really good quality in audio and video. I think it's really important to be able to communicate with people and be understood and seen. I've seen a lot of people who don't have experience with video at home, and I'm sure you've seen it too, where the laptop camera is pointing up in their face, or the lighting is terrible. And it's partly because people, I think, don't know any better. They're just used to the embedded webcams, which are okay in some circumstances, but when your lighting is not great, or you're on video, most of the day, I think you want to be seen in a better way. I would say the other thing is there are things that we miss out from walking around the hallways of our offices. So for my colleagues, been scheduling more one-on-ones with people, just checking in on them, and sometimes just asking how people are doing. The other day, I just asked someone how they're doing, and I got a surprising response. I think some people are struggling, and I think it's good to know just how do we work better with our colleagues and support them, where people need different kinds of support as they're adjusting to doing what I think you've been doing for a long time, but for a lot of people it's pretty new, as you said.
Yeah, and we've also seen a big pop-up no topic meetings coming up. Just hangouts and check-ins and happy hours. The IMCCA sponsors one every Wednesday where people can come in and just do a virtual brown bag meal and just see each other and know that there are other people. I'm an introvert. I don't need that stuff, but it's good for people that are used to being in offices. And there have been a lot of happy hours that I've seen, and a lot of your gear, a lot of our gear. It's really a time to shine and help people come through this. So that's all very appreciated. If somebody wants to find out more about what you do, what Logitech does, and how you do things in the space, what would you suggest they do? How do they reach out to you?
So for Logitech, you can go to logitech.com/VC and you could check out some of what we're doing there. And somebody want to reach me personally, it's swharton at logitech.com. Feel free to send me an email, drop me a line, tell me what you're doing and how you're coping in this time, and any tips or tricks you think that are useful for you.
Terrific, Scott. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything that Logitech's doing for people for this, and hopefully we'll catch you again when we all get out of our homes.
I sure hope so. Thanks a lot, and great for having me.